Hey YouTube, this is Jacob Bender with part 3 in our game development tutorials. And in this tutorial we're going to be going over character movement. And it's going to be kind of a two-part character movement. As in, we're going to have, at least with this game, we're going to set up a way for users when they are in a town or when they're in the quote-unquote overworld. Overworld for non-RPG people out there. Overworld is basically just a sky view of the entire map, and it's just a quicker way to travel. Players usually obviously travel quicker on the overworld than they do, let's say, within a town. So let's go ahead first, go up to our actions layer, and we need to put tell this to stop, because we want to try and stay within the same scene, not go to different scenes. Now what I like to do is to prevent, I know you can just get rid of the context menu when people are using Flash, like how if we go here we can right click and do all this. I know there's a way to actually remove that context menu, but as a safety precaution I always like to make a couple of blank frames in between my scenes. So if they were to try and go to here, we can say, actually let's put keyframes right here and screw it, I don't know why it's not working. Just on this frame type in pre-frame, or is it just say go to and stop frame 1, because obviously if they were trying to get to this frame, all they could do is press right and go to next. It will launch them here, but this will immediately send them back here. So let's go ahead and see if we do control, let's say step forward 1 frame, and this is already not working. Alright, well, within the Flash thing it doesn't work like that, but if it was like the actual Flash itself, it would. So just make sure you have the stop frame here. Let's just get rid of that altogether. I'm sorry about that. We'll just put in our keyframe here, and then a keyframe here. Make sure to leave everything in there, and we'll just be sure to get rid of the context menu. This could be just viewed as like a spacing, that way you know the difference between the scenes. Alright, so now if we go over to here, we're going to create our first little town. So let's just build something generic. Let's see, brown color, stroke to 3, and kind of design it off of the frame. Now the main reason why this is actually going to be really simple is because we're not actually going to be incorporating physics. If you want to, look up some other tutorials. I'm not too big on using physics. But yeah, so go ahead and place this however you want. You can have it barely like that, you can have it all the way up. It's up to you. Just basically make a decent map, decent size. I'll create like a little, let's see. Just, something basic. I'll just create like a little house over here. The best freaking house ever. Such diverse colors too. Because every house has a door. I don't know which one doesn't. It's a little creepy if it don't. Again, with our diverse color selection. Just something basic. We don't need to go too big into designing. So, I guess that's it for now. So we'll go ahead and create our character. Again, you can make this whatever you want. with walking frames and everything. But right now, we're going to start with something basic, just a circle. Go ahead, double click that, press F8, make sure it's a movie clip. We'll just name it Hero. There we go. And place it roughly around your ground floor. And make sure actually about center screen. I had it centered. Oh wait, align to stage. There we go. Oh well, wasn't too far off. Anyways, now actually what you're going to do next is convert all of your background into a movie clip. We'll just call it scenery _ town 1. Okay, now let's actually go in here. Actually, that should be good for now. One thing we can do, let's create a new layer. Make sure to place a keyframe directly under it, nowhere else. Cut this, oh, not all of it, just cut the background and place that on a separate layer. And label this one scenery /BG, whatever, just something to help you remember what this layer is for. Right now we have it reserved for our background. Now let's go ahead and give it an instance. Let's just call it scenery or something. And basically we're just going to give it an illusion that there is movement. So if we go ahead and let's go ahead and define a variable, because we're going to be using the same function with multiple movie clips, so we need a global variable. So let's just say movement speed equals, oh, I don't know, let's go with 4. Alright. Now make sure you have the scenery selected. And so put on clip event enter frame if key dot is down key dot left, then we'll say this dot underscore x minus equals movement speed, and do another one if key dot is down key dot right this time, then this dot underscore x plus equals movement speed. Now what this will do is whenever we press right, it will make it as if our, that's right, that when we press right, the stage will start to move this way. Actually, then yes, that means we actually need to switch these up. Minus for right, plus for left. And that's because R0 for X is right here. Anything above it is positive, anything back here is negative. So if we say plus, then that's going to move it this way. And what does it look like our character is doing when we move it this way? It looks like he's moving to the left. If we add subtract from the X, it's going to move its X towards this direction, which makes it look like he's moving right. So what we need to actually do now is generate a button that will take us to there. We'll just change the text to continue. And we'll actually give this frame a name. We'll call it Town 1. Then we'll go to our button, and we'll actually get rid of all this. Type in go to and stop. Stop. And we're going to give the frame name, which was Town 1. You can just enter the number if you would like, which would be 5. So we could just type in. So let's see, if we have town 1, we don't need to enter anything right now. It takes us here. Now we can do the same thing just by typing in the number 5, continue. It works. But I like having it labeled, that way you don't get mixed up with the frames. Alright, and so now if we test our movie, go into our town, if we press right, and something is not working. Maybe we need to change this to an else if. Oh, I know what it is. We're not, are we not referring to the right scope? There we go. Yes, okay, so what was wrong is that we were telling it to add movement speed, but since this is a movie clip, it has its own scope of variables, and there was no movement speed declared within this. So we had to give it the scope of _root, which refers to the upmost frames, which is our main timeline, which is also considered _root. So if you notice it was a little slow, let's go ahead and make it about 5. If we test our movie, continue. So now it gives the illusion that he is moving. We'll go into more detail about having things closer to you, preventing a player from going too far off of a map. Because as you see, like I said, there's no actual physics involved. It's just a basic character moving across a plane. Or it's an illusion, moreover. And I'm gonna stop it right here. This is gonna be the first part of the movement tutorial, so I guess this will be 3A, and then we'll go over Overworld in 3B. So this has been Jacob Bender. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.